I'm jealous of anyone who got to see the pilot of HBO's The Last of Us as their first experience of this story. I've long said that The Last of Us isn't just my favourite video game of all time, but one of my favourite stories of all time. And what's so great about this first episode is that it brilliantly recreates everything great about the original story whilst enriching the world and its characters. This enrichment of the world mainly comes from the added luxury of time that can be spent developing the setting instead of dedicated to gameplay. But this show is a masterclass in visual storytelling and exposition. Warning, there will be spoilers for the first episode ahead. One of the characters we get to spend a bit more time with in this adaptation is Joel's daughter, Sarah. The death of Joel's daughter at the beginning of the game will always be one of the best surprise deaths I can remember watching. And one of the reasons it comes as such a shock is it puts you in her position. Literally. The games do a great job of putting you in a character's position to help you connect with them throughout the franchise, but the person you start the game playing as is Sarah. As far as we're concerned, she's our main character, and the show is no different. Right up until her death, everything is from her point of view. We spend much of the first 30 minutes simply looking at her and her reaction to the events unfolding. We are with her the entire way. She's our emotional anchor, and in a very brief time they really make us care about her. And so when I say I'm jealous of people getting to see this for the first time without prior knowledge of the story, it's largely because I would have loved to experience the full impact that the show creates with her death. Here's one of my favourite moments from the first episode.
The others would take Nana into the city, to the hospital for stuff.
That's right. They would. That's probably why.
But you'd have to go a lot, right?
But you'd have to go a lot. Right? It seems simple, and it is, but it does a lot. Firstly, the line reading is immaculate. To Joel and Tommy, it easily plays as her concerned about how Nana got sick, trying to understand the situation. But to us as the audience, knowing that she'd just spent the day in the city, it puts us on edge. You can see in her face that she's worried whether that means she's infected or not, and for a second, it makes us question it too. It simultaneously makes us worried something's about to happen to her, but further contributes to the shock of her then just getting shot minutes later. It's misdirection, yet it adds tension. And for those of us in the audience who know she's about to die, it shows they're still committed to giving her a nuanced and believable reaction to the situation, regardless of her fate. Because after all, she doesn't know what's about to happen. And it does this all whilst largely being a throwaway line. I love it. There's so much to enjoy about this show, so to focus on this one innocuous line may seem strange, but I think it's a great example of how well thought out every aspect of this episode is. It's incredibly efficient with its storytelling, and shows how everything new they've added has only built on the brilliant foundation that the game provides. Needless to say, I'm very excited to see where we go from here. But let me know, was this your first time experiencing the world of The Last of Us? Did you pick up on the line, or what were some of your favourite parts? But until next time, see ya.